to another My Little Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Bree. I'm here with my husband, Jared.
Hi.
And the rest of the family is out visiting Grandma. Mm-hmm. So we thought we'd hold down the fort and sit down and have a great conversation with you here for another fun podcast. But before we get into that, a quick cheeky word from our sponsor, the MyLittleHomestead t-shirt shop. If you like to get something fun on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, handbag, apron, or many of our numerous products, Jared is showing off our Would You Be Mine shirt, which is great for any sweetheart or wood snob in your life. And of course, I've got my Frogtastic one on today.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of wood snob, we do have that one as well.
We do have a wood snob. So, and actually, I'm getting in the mood here to add some more designs to the shop and stuff. So if you've got one that you've been dying to have in shop, let me know, or just one that you're thinking of. Let
T-shirt
me know.
Ideas, whatever.
We got to get in there because Christmas is a coming, and we need some new designs in there to pick from if you're wanting to buy something as a gift.
Yes.
So. Well, anyway, this week we had kind of fun. We've been doing something a little bit different with our weekly peaks. We have been doing them as premieres, which have been rather fun. And probably, if you've been with YouTube for any extended period of time, you probably are familiar with premieres. But basically, you set it up, and then it goes live at our typical time, which is 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then we get to chat with you, and you get to chat, and it's all one big thing for the course of however long the video is, between 15 and 20 minutes. And we get to see it live as it plays for the first time together, which it's a lot of fun. So we did that this Friday, and we've done it the last Friday as well, and we're hoping to do that into the future. I can see how they could be super fun when we produce full versions, because that'll be like an hour sit down.
Yeah, that'll be an hour sit down of just talking, and it helps our engagement with you. And
we get to have a conversation and chit chat and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of fun. Okay, so this week we had an exhausting issue that happened. And Bryson, he is super good with navigating on that skid steer, I will say. I mean, the guy can he can work his way into the tightest little corners. It's very impressive.
He's really, really skilled at driving it. Yeah,
it's very unusual for him to crash, but he had a little boo-boo. And Pamela J. Naren, author, says, "Oopsie, Bryson made a little boo-boo in the earth bag. Say, how do you fix something like that?" And Pamela, what we've been doing is we just kind of fill it in maybe with some cement or
some mortar,
usually, whatever we're going to be doing.
There was one spot where we just got some wet dirt, shoved it in there,
wet dirt, yeah.
And since it's packed, you can dig at it for a while and it wouldn't start breaking loose or anything.
No, because it's solid, and you can kind of see. We probably could just leave it, honestly, the way it is. I don't know if we'll do anything, because you can see it's not moving anywhere. When it dries, it dries as it's like a packed mud brick almost when it's done, because we have that caliche in our clay that makes it super stiff. So Pamela, I'm not even sure we'll do anything, but if we wanted to, we could fill it in with damp dirt. Probably work just fine, or
damp dirt,
whatever,
mortar. Since we're
something.
Actively using mortar, it'd be easy to just go over there and stick a glob on it, and
which we might do, just because we are going to still be tamping on the top, which might disturb the area. I don't know. We'll keep an eyeball on it, but it's usually super easy to patch because of the material that we're using. Very organic and easy. Neville, which is a great name. I hope I didn't take your thunder, because Steve says, "Looks like exhausting work," with a winky face. Crochet My Happy Designs says, "That red muffler cap is just begging for some eyeballs."
Yeah, the little big googly eyes.
Yeah, the googly eyes. Oh, man, I don't know if it's hot. Is it hot coming out of there? It might melt them. But maybe we could find some metal ones or something, because that is hilarious. That's a great idea, and absolutely up our alley.
It is. That's hilarious.
Oh, another thing that we worked on this week was we attempted Aircrete as our pavers, and it was a test, but it wasn't a thorough one, because we ended up moving those pavers, and I think that it cracked them before they were fully solid. So we're going to keep working with that. I know there was several suggestions on adding mesh and stuff like that to the Aircrete, which we may do. We like to start with the least amount of work and then add as we go if it's needed.
Yeah, I think there'll need to be a few tests, just because Aircrete's finicky. It's just really finicky. If you don't let it sit the whole night without moving an inch, it'll crack. Like if we hadn't moved them at all that first day,
I think they would have been okay.
They
might have still cracked. It's possible, but we have got to try it first before saying it definitively, because you're right.
If they do crack, I think we could still put them up there cracked and just piece them together in that hexagon shape.
They might be okay. I kind of would like them whole, but it would be okay.
Well,
to
you
have
would piece them together so they would look like a whole piece. You just mortar the cracks, mortar the seams.
You'd probably be okay there. But, yeah. Brad Holland said the red flap matches the red bags. An idea for stepping stones. My daughter and I got silicone baking pans from the big box stores and made stones. Ooh, that's a
fun.
really great idea, because you can get several types of designs or shapes, I should say.
Get a cake pan.
Yeah, a cake pan. I could see how that could make some really fun cobbly stones, or the various sized hexagons and squares also can make great paths. Because I know Mom did all those pathways in the back, which are super fun this week as well. So that was that's a great idea, Brad. Taffy Royal said, can you walk on the Aircrete Pavers? I know you use them for beams, right? Yes, Taffy, you're right. We used them for the beams in the backyard. We used them for the porch like cover that we did.
Yeah, and as the entrance to our kitchen has a little landing, we poured that out of Aircrete just as a test. I think initially the corners were really crumbly. I think we linseeded it, and it's been okay.
I thought it's worked really good, actually. It's so funny that our front porch has always been a test for something. It was, I believe, the first thing that we tried was soil cement, and then we put tiles on top of it. It was like a round, and we were always testing on our front porch for some reason. I forget that was Aircrete.
Yeah, it was.
So yeah, you can walk on it. There's so much to know about Aircrete. We're still testing it out. That's why we need our little test runs, because you never know.
Yes.
Carlette Moore said, was Gary ever in the Air Force? And no, Dad was not in the Air Force, but my grandfather was. My grandfather passed away. My dad got his Air Force hat. He does wear that around in honor of his dad.
Yeah.
So. But no, he was never in the military at all. Hubert Webb said, have you thought about digging berms and swales on your land to manage rainwater? Yes, actually we have, and we have done that over the years. I think it's probably pre-YouTube, but we did a lot of that because there's a lot of water when it rains that used to kind of wash through the land. Our carport, which is now the addition that we have on the house, but before it was the addition, it was a carport. And I mean, oh my goodness, we'd have 3 inches of water rushing through there at one time. And so we have a big berm. You'll see in front of the house that where all those trees are growing, that's a berm. And then we have the swales as well in various places. Wherever there was running water, we wanted to catch it and keep it on the land as much as possible. So, and I know we have had lots of requests of where we got the various pavers and the Aircrete gun, links to those things. And I'm not sure if we have those or not. Mom is away right now, so we will get back to you on that if I've got them. And if I can get them to you, I will.
Yes.
I do know that we got everything on Etsy. So if you go digging, we found lots of stuff over there, at least to get your research started. And if I can provide those, I will.
Yes.
That is if we can find them. So. Well, I think that is going to wrap it up for us today. Thank you so much. We had a lot of comments on the video on the weekly peek, and that has been super helpful. Google is always changing their algorithms, and I think they like when there's viewer satisfaction.
Like people liking the video, commenting something about the video.
Yeah.
Just various things. Like, and if you feel like you want to help us out, just liking and commenting actually helps us out a lot.
Yeah, it really does. So thank you for taking the time to do that. It means a lot for us. Helps get the video going, which is very helpful. So thank you so much for doing that. We want to give a special thank you to our Patreon and local supporters as well. If given $1 or $2 a month sounds like something you might be wanting to do, the links to those 2 places will be down in the description. I want to thank you so much for all the great ideas and suggestions and all kinds of stuff that you leave. I know we say that frequently. We mean it because it is very helpful, and we love to hear from you. We love to connect with you and talk with you and just get excited about building stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. We look forward to hanging out with you again on Wednesday for another one of those fun little gaming streams.
Bye.